I'm back. Hey YouTube, how are you today? I am Sermunya. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you can be alerted every time I make a YouTube video. Also, follow me on _IamHawkfitDiva on Instagram. So first of all, I want to talk about the red flags in dating. So now that you have been discarded and now you're trying to go through the healing process of your broken relationship, I made a video on things to do in waiting and while you're trying to heal your heart. So now I want to talk about, now that you're healed, what you can do what you can look for when you decide to start dating again. So these are a few things that I think that you should really pay attention to when you start to dating, so you won't be making the same cycle. Sometimes you can make sure you identify with some personality traits that you may have been attracted to, and that you don't be attracted to the same type of personality trait or fix yourself as well. So here are some red flags that I think that you really should pay attention to. Now, once you see these red flags, I suggest that you keep moving forward and kind of let that person go on with their life. It's not saying that you don't have to be friends with that person, but you're not going to try to pursue anything very serious with that person. So, him or her. So I feel like you should definitely pay attention to the red flags and take heed to the red flags. Don't just say, oh, that's a red flag, but oh, maybe they'll change or maybe this. No, it's a red flag. A red flag is a red flag. And once you understand it, take heed to it and take action. You don't have to dissociate yourself with that person, but you know that you can't move forward with that person, or maybe they can make some changes, okay? So when you first start dating and you first get out there and you want to pursue something serious, make sure you establish with that person what their intentions are. Sometimes on the first few dates, you really kind of have to feel each other's vibe or whatever. But after so many dates, you should be able to know what their intentions are. Now, if they don't tell you, you ask. Say, hey, what are your intentions? And if they tell you their intentions, which a lot of people, men and women, will tell you their intentions, but they don't act it out. So you can speak a lot of things, but you have to act it out as well. So if they tell you their intentions and it's to pursue you and be serious, please listen. Some people will say, hey, well, I just want to date. I don't really know. Blah, blah, blah. Don't try to keep pursuing anything with them seriously. Don't take them serious. Don't just single them out and be like, this is the only person I date. Maybe he or she would change their mind. No, there will not be any mind change. If they tell you up front, hey, I'm just, just kind of like, paying attention to, just dating and seeing what I want to do. Okay, listen to that, because that's something that you need to know. Find out their intentions, and once you find their intentions out, pay attention to their actions, okay? Another thing that you should do when you start dating someone, if y'all establish the intentions and he's showing his actions a little bit, pay attention to their social media. If y'all are following each other on social media, pay attention to their social media. Pay attention to their followers. Pay attention to their likes. Some dudes and women are very thirsty on those pages. I mean, it's some people you can see every person, they putting a fire sign, a heart sign, and I've seen married men thirsting on other women's pages and married women. Pay attention to their likes. Pay attention to who they follow. Some men follow a lot of like those booty girls, those Instagram models. That's a kind of a red flag. Like, is he have a certain addiction, or like, why is he following all these strippers or all these Instagram models? And women too. Women follow those guys that are strippers and everything. Pay attention to who they follow and their likes. Okay. Also, pay attention to their work ethics. Okay, so if you're dating someone and you are a grinder and they're kind of laid back and don't have any, you're gonna realize that you're gonna fall into that same category. Your goals are gonna kind of go down a little bit. So you got to figure out their work ethics. Like if you have a great work ethics, or if you don't, please get great work ethics. But if you do have great work ethics and they don't, just realize that hopefully you can kind of bring them up to what your ethics are. But if not, you're gonna kind of go down to not having any goals. See what their goals are, their ambitions, their dreams, because sometimes you can be go-getters together and y'all can be a team. So I mean, after the dating is established, you want to make sure, is this somebody that I can be a team with? Is this somebody that we can build our own brand? Is this somebody that can push me? Can I push him or her? You know, you want to make sure that this person has goals, dreams, and ambitions. Now also, when you're dating, they always say, make sure you pay attention to all the seasons they are in life. So there's different seasons like fall, winter, spring, summer. So there's different seasons in people's lives where how they act under stress, how they are towards you when they're stressed, how they are when they're happy. Just kind of make sure you're not on an emotional roller coaster, because just know, just in dating, if you're on an emotional roller coaster, that's kind of how it's going to be for the rest of your relationship. Okay, so make sure you pay attention to that kind of stuff. I mean, these are things that you really need to pay attention to, because if you don't, you're going to end up a year or 2 years down the line and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I knew this from day one, but why did I continue to pursue it? Well, you got to pay attention to the red flags in the beginning. Check out their dating lifestyle. If they say, hey, I'm, dating, or, I'm pursuing someone, I'm not pursuing anybody, but I do go on several dates a week, pay attention to that. Because if they are dating, they don't have any intentions to just be with you. And if they are dating, because there's situations when you are kind of dating other people and you kind of meet somebody and you're serious with that person, then you kind of like, those other people can kind of fall by the wayside or go away. So make sure you pay attention to that as well. Also, you want to pay attention to, this is one major red flag, their belief system. So whether they're Muslim, whether they're Christian, whether they're, whatever the case may be, make sure they have some type of belief system. Because if they're just out there, then, who's gonna lift me up? How are you gonna, I need you to, lift me up spiritually. So make sure they're able, and you're able yourself to be able to lift each other up mentally and spiritually. So you have to really pay attention to these things. Okay, so his availability times. This is a real red flag. Now, when you're dating and they're only available at certain times, that's a major red flag. They're either married, or they're living with someone, or they're in a relationship with someone else. If they don't text you after a certain time, or if they don't call you or don't answer the phone and then they text you, pay attention to that, because sometimes men and women can be living with someone and tell you, hey, I'm single. And then, at 9 o'clock, I can't even reach you. So you need to kind of pay attention to that. Not that you just need to be hounding them, because some people like their time after hours, but you really need to pay attention to their availability times. Okay, so the number one thing is social media. Pay attention to their social media. If they're thirsting on women's pages, men's pages, hearting, firing everybody's page, most likely they're trying to holler at everybody. It's just proven. It's just like they're just thirsty. And if you still want to remain friends with them, that's cool. but just know your place and know what type of person that is. They're real flirty. They may not be the committed type, but just pay attention to that, okay? And their availability times, make sure you pay attention to their intentions. That's very important. And their work ethics. You know, you can be Jay-Z and Beyonce, or you can be homeless, you are just average. If you don't want to be average in life, you should not be with an average person or a person with average mentality. You have to be with someone that's going to bring you up. You don't want to always be the one that brings someone up or make them feel better. You need that balance, okay? Their belief system. Make sure they have some type of belief system. It doesn't have to be the same exact, but something that's where you can pull each other together and learn from spiritually. Because if you don't have that spiritual connection, something is kind of empty inside. Okay? So make sure you have that established. Okay. That's all I have for today for the red flags. If you have any more red flags that you think that people should pay attention to, comment in the comment box. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, like my channel, and please share. Please share. Share. And thank you and peace.